This is actually open, guys. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are at Kilferboy graveyard, and we'll start here with this mausoleum. This is Cornelius Marinan. He was 84 when he passed in 1991, and his parents are here as well, John and Anne. Now we've some beautiful mausoleums here. In fact, the stonework is especially nice to see, erected by Mr. Augustine Fitzgerald of Belmont for himself and his family, 1842. They've made a nice little area here to leave flowers and little lanterns and this little thatched Irish cottage there. Beautiful. So this is kind of on the outside of the boundary wall itself, running beside that little river you've seen. Another mausoleum here. And these are the Shannon family from 1936 to 1995. Up at the top there, it's quite unique. We have some immortelles there. Those little glass domes that hold porcelain flowers. And this one, Elizabeth Crowe, Thomas Crowe, Timothy Crowe, Mary, Eileen, Michael and Nell. So a whole family in here, all the Crowes. I think 1919 may have been the first internment. Honestly, the work they put into these mausoleums is absolutely extraordinary. Anyway, we'll go into the graveyard itself. A few more interesting mausoleums in here. Ruins of a church which are very pretty. You can just see it there. Right, so this is the little gate. I will close it when I leave. It was already open. And we're met straight away with this mausoleum. And this is in memory of John Killeen. 2011. Johnny, 2013. But obviously it's an older mausoleum because we do see an 1839 here. Just there, aged 54. This monument was erected in memory of Thomas Killeen, 1839, aged 54, and his wife Bridget is there as well. Up above we have angels, or little fairies actually, on either side of the plaque. And once again that beautiful brickwork. And these here that you see are the back of the mausoleums we've just visited. Now I have the welly boots on because the grass is very, very wet. That I think is a mausoleum just there, kind of built onto the ruins of the church itself. This high cross here, or Celtic cross, is for the Sexton family. Look at the rails. And this carving on this one is actually all marble. And it says the memorial was erected by public subscription to perpetuate the memory of the late Mr. Michael Sexton, who was the most successful bone setter in Clare, and who cautiously at all times rendered his services in relieving suffering humanity. He died the 2nd of July 1908, aged 82, mourned by a vast multitude of relatives and friends. May he rest in peace. So he was a bone setter. How fitting when we're in a graveyard that would have the remains of so many people, and obviously bones and dust. In loving memory of Thomas White, Thomas White, 1791 to 1872, Ireland born. His wife Johanna, 1796 to 1862. That doesn't read right. Oh, that is her. His wife Johanna White, 1796 to 1862. Their son Thomas White, 1837 to 1902. His wife Jane, 1837 to 1911. Their son Michael. First wife Bridget White, 1878 to 1915. Second wife Anne White. Their son Patrick and his wife Nora. That's a bit of a mouthful. So Thomas and his wife and their son's wife, their son. Then it says first wife Bridget, second wife Anne. Have a look at that. You can pause the video or screenshot. So I'm trying to figure out, did Thomas have 2 wives or did their son Michael have 2 wives? I think it's their son. Wow, look at this little one. Now, firstly, the rails are stunning. We do love the wrought iron rails. But this little one, it has little steps to get up to. But you definitely, actually it does have steps down into it as well. Look at that. How unique. Maria Clancy died the 4th of June 1927. Their daughter Nan, 1934, her father Andrew, 1949, their son John Joe Clancy, 1980, his wife Ellen and their son Sean, all interred in this beautiful mausoleum. The front of that mausoleum is actually marble. And we are once again kind of on these little back roads, only room for 1 car, to find these little hidden gems. I'm not sure whether this is the plaque for this mausoleum or not. No, I don't think so, but it does look like a plaque would have been there. You can see there's a huge hole in the top of it, but I think down below, just down there, would have been the entrance. But once again, so many. You can see the stone that the church is made of, and then when you look at the mausoleums, they're very similar stone. So I'm sure there must be a quarry near here that they get all this stone from, because believe me, in County Clare, when you go through these little back roads, there is fields and fields of these little stone walls, and I just love them. Right. Now, if you've seen any of our videos from County Clare, you'll see lots of these kind of gravestones that are flat to the ground. And they are actually graves, but they are actually laid out in a certain way that you're actually meant to walk them. Some of them kind of have steps made out of these, I suppose, grave slabs. And I used to kind of think, oh, I don't want to walk on them, but a local did say that's the only way you can get to your family grave or to visit them. Now, this is a well, an Irish well. So many people have asked, what are these? So these hold, obviously, water, and lots of people would come and take the water away for healing purposes and pray. They would leave rosary beads, trinkets. Some leave mass cards. You know, after your loved one has died, they would leave mass cards and hope that, you know, it would be a prayer sent to heaven. But so that water there is holy water. This is it Saint Joseph? It says, "O Saint Joseph, whose protection is so great, so strong, so prompt before the thrones of God. I place in you all my interests and desires." We have more little trinkets in there. We even have a little box of matches to light candles. What is this little door here? Wow, look at. So you have your little candles in here. So I suppose if you wanted to light a candle, they have some in there for you. This is actually open, guys. Wow, I didn't expect it to be open. With the Virgin Mary there as well. Jesus, our Lord. Keepsake plaques. Somebody's personal note on that. We've even matches in there so you can light a candle. I myself won't light a candle. It doesn't actually lock, I don't think. No, I would be too afraid of maybe setting something on fire. So that's it, guys. That's one of our holy wells. So this is what I'm talking about, the grave slabs. Used, and these are steps, used to help you get around. So don't come at me in the comments, because as I said, a local person has told me that it is okay. And actually you wouldn't get around the graveyard without being able to walk on some of them at least. But I'll try and not do it where I can. So this would have been a lovely crucifixion scene. So very, very weathered now. 20 pieces of silver, some hearts. Almost looks like an angel there. Some cherubs, but very, very worn. And unfortunately with these ones, because they're facing the sky and the weather, they just don't hold up. Now, I'm against this. I'm sorry, I am. People using chalk to read a headstone, I completely understand it. It does work, but I suppose it will wash away, but I just don't like seeing them on the graves. I actually can't even read that very well. And there's another one. Do you know, bring a bottle of water and just wash it off after you. Now, see, to get into the church you have to, very careful. And if all of you know me well, which you do, I do find it hard to get around and manoeuvre my way around. Also another crucifixion scene. It's a pity because it's all under that moss. It would be nice to see that. And with the grass being high, it is hard to see where your feet are. Wow, look at. So somebody has had more chalk And what is going on here actually? It's like they've pulled some of the grass back. We have a little font here, which is absolutely stunning how that is built into the wall there. Wow, amazing. That there looks like a hole. Do you know the bottom part of a headstone? Look at this, it does kind of create a bit of a mess. Nice headstone here as well. Also looks like the crucifixion scene. Cherubs, some flowers, hearts. You won't be able to see it quite as well. That is the Lord, or our Lord, on the cross. Not sure of dates. I imagine 1800s. Joseph F. Meade, Ireland, US Navy, World War II, February the 12th, 1907, October the 14th, 1970, just wrote there. US, Ireland SI or S1, I'm unsure, but US Army wrote there. So this is also a mausoleum actually. This stone was erected by Andrew Clancy. Clancy is a really, really well-known name here. 1807. That's Bridget Vaughan. Baby Nora Vaughan, just 6 years. Wow, 1938. Oh, hate reading babies' names because to me it's just not the way. Mary Clancy, 2004 only, 2005 and 1957. That says also their baby daughter, born and died 1957. All deceased entombed here forever in our thoughts. So this is inside the ruins of this church. So if anyone knows Joseph F. Meade, Ireland, is it SI or S1 US Navy? I'm sure plenty of you will comment down below and let me know. Actually, we have another mausoleum here. Looks like it's also been kind of built into the church itself, the church ruins, I should say. Starting to look like it's crumbling slowly. I think we do have, I'll try and walk on the curbing as much as I can. Just to read this, I'm not walking on the grave, guys, just at the side. Beautiful writing there, and a little, if you can see that, an angel. This vault was erected by, I think it might be Michael. Unsure. But you can see here, in here, right in front of us actually, we have some coffins. There's probably quite a few in there actually. And what I believe is bones, more than likely, I'd say. Just there. But it's terrible. These mausoleums look great, but inside, unfortunately, there's usually a bit of a mess. So that is right, a coffin right behind that door. I do think that is to the left of it, remains, but you can just see the rest of the coffins are in a bad state, unfortunately. actually just noticed there's like a bottle of whiskey there, just left discarded, which means there is probably people drinking in around the areas. And a bottle of Budweiser left behind that grave. Right, so guys, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up. Help me out with the algorithm. But for now, guys, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you all again soon.